Breaking news. MK Party have parted ways with Floy Shivambu as the Secretary General of Umkhonto Wesizwe Party. So I'm going to have to take you into confidence about that. And there's a video that I want to insert. But also, I thought it was interesting for me to share with you this, that Floy Shivambu became the Umkhonto Wesizwe Party Secretary General around November 2024. Now it's June 2025. He has been removed as the Secretary General of Umkhonto Wesizwe. Prior to this, we were told that MK Party was going to fire Floy Shivambu. He was going to be removed. He was going to be, it was going to be the end of his political career. But it turns out that no, they are removing him. They are saying the basis in which they remove him, it is on the basis that he went to Malawi, and because there is public outcry, public reaction, they feel that, okay, it's fine, let's remove him and then send him to parliament. So he's going to parliament. That was said, by the way, by Jacob Zuma, to say there were a lot of organizations that were writing to MK Party, asking MK Party to say, but please look into this. And they said, but hey, we are an organization that still need the people that are complaining to vote for us. And because of that, let's make a decision. Let's then remove him. So, yeah, so you can count November, December, January, February, March, April, May. He's now out of the office. So barely 6 months into the office, he's removed. I know there are a lot of things that one can derive from this. A lot of them, including the fact that one can look at the MK Party itself and say there is lack of stability because nobody seems to be lasting in those positions. I'm going to take you through that and questions that were asked. People are asking questions, and the questions that people were asking in that press conference going towards the idea that there is double standard in the MK Party. Allow me to unpack that. Allow me to dissect that. But before we can do so, listen to MK Party. MK Party, MK National Organizer, Mr. Natin Tlego, announcing the removal of Floy Shivambu. Here.
On the 2nd of June 2025, President Jacob Zuma met with the national officials of Umkhonto Wesizwe to reflect on the state of the organization. As part of the deliberations of the national officials, the matter pertaining to the recent trip undertaken by the Secretary General, Floy Shivambu, to Malawi was reflected upon. After lengthy discussions, and considerable inputs from the national officials, it was concluded that the actions of the Secretary General were found to be against the spirit and prescripts of the MK Party in Constitution. Most specifically, Section 3J, subsection J, under the section that deals with offenses, which stipulates the following, and that's subsection J: undertaking international trips and participating in activities and programs that are opposed to the agenda of the MK Party or allied party. Noting that on the 12th of March 2025, the Republic of Malawi's Chief Resident Magistrate delivered a ruling that granted the South African Republic's requests for the extradition. It is common knowledge that Bishop Shepherd Bushiri and his wife Mary Bushiri skipped bail and are to return to South Africa to stand trial on various charges. Based on the deliberations by national officials, it was confirmed that the trip was not officially sanctioned. It was not an officially sanctioned program of the organization or the president, which therefore goes against the constitution of the party. The MK Party and its leadership has been approached by members of various sectors of civil society and has taken due consideration of the gravity of this matter. Due to the various nature of this matter and its implications for the party, its image, values, and principles, the President and national officials were left with no other option but to act swiftly in addressing this matter. Consequently, as a responsible organization accountable to its electorate and the broader society, the national officials have come to a decision to redeploy Commander Floy Shivambu as the Secretary General of the party and redeploying him to the National Assembly. Excuse me. We believe that his redeployment will strengthen the MK party caucus as the official opposition, as Commander Floy Shivambu carries a wealth of experience as a former member of parliament. We would like to thank and acknowledge Commander Shivambu's contribution as both the national organizer and Secretary General of the MK party, and the role he has played in contributing to the advancement of the organization. His invaluable skills and experience as a politician will continue to benefit the MK party in his new role to which he is deployed. The national officials have had discussions with Commander Floy Shivambu, engaged with him pertaining to his redeployment.
So some of the questions, I'm going to read a letter. Some of the questions that were asked is in relation to the fact that, people were asking these specific questions to say, look, at the Church of Shembe, there was a judgment that went against the current regime that is popular that you guys visit. Why are you visiting that side when the court judgment, it did not favor that side? Do you see where this thing is going to say? It appears like you guys have a favoritism. So this is gonna go on this is gonna carry on. MK party they will be questioned around this big time. You know why? Because they have not even disciplined Duduzile Zuma Sambundla, right? So now you see where we're going. To say people are asking these questions to say, some people get disciplined and some people don't get disciplined. In other words, you cannot touch Duduzile Zuma Sambundla. So now people will conclude that you touch Duduzile Zuma Sambundla, it's over. Or if she's against you, it's over. Do you see where we're going? Because when you're looking at that question, you're like, where is this question coming from? And what did this person say without saying it? Right. So yeah, it's quite a lot. Floy Shivambu himself, he spoke and he said that he accepted the decision made by EMK party and then he will be now going to parliament. But before then, let me read the statement released by Umkhonto weSizwe Party on the very same day today, the 3rd of June 2025. They said statement by President Jacob Zuma of Umkhonto weSizwe Party, Secretary General of Umkhonto weSizwe Party. Yesterday, the 2nd of June 2025, President Jacob Zuma met with the national official of Umkhonto weSizwe Party to reflect on the state of the organization. As part of the deliberation of the national officials, the matter pertaining to the recent trip undertaken by the Secretary General Floy Shivambu to Malawi was reflected upon. After lengthy discussions and considerable input from the national officials, it was concluded that actions by the Secretary General were found to be against the spirit on the prescript of the MK Party Constitution, most specifically Section 3, bracket J, under the offense, which stipulates the following. It says, undertaking international trips and participating in activities and programs that are opposed to the agenda of MK Party or aligned party. Noting that 12 March 2025, the Republic of Malawi's chief resident magistrate delivered a ruling that granted South African Republic request to extradition is common knowledge that Bishop Shepherd Bushiri and his wife Mary Bushiri skipped the bail and are to return to South Africa to stand a trial in various charges. Based on the deliberation by the national official, it was reaffirmed that the trip was not an official sanctioned program of the organization or the president, which therefore goes against the constitution of the party. The MK party and its leadership has been approached by members of various sectors of civil society, has taken due consideration of the gravity of this matter. Due to the serious nature of this matter and its implication for the party, its image, values, and principles, the president and the national officials were left with no other option but to act swiftly in addressing this matter. So that's how the letter reads. I continue to read in your hearing. The letter continues to say, as I am zooming into the letter, it continues to say, consequently, a responsible organization accountable to its electorate and broader society, the national officials have come to a decision to redeploy Commander Floy Shivambu as a Secretary General of Umkhonto weSizwe Party, redeploy him to the National Assembly. We believe that his redeployment will strengthen the MK Party caucus as the official opposition. As Commander Floy Shivambu carries a wealth of experience as a former member of parliament. We would like to thank and acknowledge Commander Floy Shivambu's contribution as both the national organizer and Secretary General of Umkhonto weSizwe Party, a role he has played in contributing to the advancement of the organization. His invaluable skills and experience as a politician will continue to benefit the MK Party in a new role to which he will be redeployed. The national officials have had a discussion with Commander Floy Shivambu pertaining to his deployment, and he has duly accepted. Right. Yeah. I get it. A lot of people, guys, were hoping. There were articles after articles that were saying that it's the end of Floy Shivambu. Done and dusted. Floy Shivambu is out. He's been ousted and it's been chased out by MK Party. That was, I have those articles. IOL is one of those who wrote such an article. As it is Times Live, I think Times Live is not Sowetan Live. I saw an article from there that says something along those lines. So there has been article after article after article after article after article that was saying the same thing. But it turns out that there is a twist in this whole thing. However, be it as it may, Floy Shivambu being taken, gone, he is now in is now going to be facing his political party every day. He's now going to be seeing EFF people every day. He's now going to be contributing. Now, let me show you something that you're probably not paying attention to this move, right? It may look like, from a distance, it may look like, a loss, but no. MK Party have been accused of lacking experience in parliament. What do you think about the fact that Floyd carries exactly that experience? So, redeployment of Floyd to parliament is actually a biggest advantage to MK Party because now they have someone that can lead arguments in parliament, and parliament is going to be on fire. Believe you me, parliament will be on fire now that Floyd is coming to parliament. So you may want to look at the fact that the Secretary General position has been removed, blah blah blah, but man, that move, that chess move that people are not paying attention, that checkmate move, that chess move, that is what people are not paying attention, and that is where the danger is, right? The danger is you are not looking at this checkmate. This is a chess move that people are not paying attention to. Look at MK Party in parliament. Watch the space. I've been looking at Makubela, for instance. She's been contributing, and let's not lie. I've been looking at the likes of Brian Molefe has been contributing as well. But in general, MK Party did not have that much of force. You know what I'm saying? EFF with their 9% has been using that successfully. Disruptive methods and all the stuff, they've been using their 8% or 9% success very effectively. But MK Party, with their 14 to 15%, if I'm not mistaken, have not used it to the maximum. They've been doing it on the ground. They've been vocal on the ground. But when it comes to parliament, they've not been as vocal as they are on the ground. Right? So now, look at the chess move. Look at the chess move. It is... now I'm saying, watch what is going to happen. Watch what is going to happen in Parliament. That's all I'm saying. Watch what is going to happen in Parliament. They are going to be much better in terms of this, in terms of their contribution in Parliament, because they've got a person who is well experienced in terms of parliamentary debate. And also standing out as a brand, you know what I'm saying? Carrying the brand. It's going to be interesting. So, in a way, it's like, this move, a lot of people are not paying attention to. And I'm very worried that people are not paying attention to this move. I'm like, it's like a checkmate. But people are not aware of that. Let's see each other on the next video. Tell me, comment, tell me what you think about this move. For me, this move, guys, there's more to the move than removing him as SG. There's more to the move. Watch the space.